because of the nature of how that technology works, right? And one of the things that I pay attention to, and a lot of people don't, if you've ever been awake at fucking 4:30 a.m. and looking at
I'm
the
up at that
stock,
time every day, man.
well,
I wake up at 4.
okay,
I'm so
fuck off,
tired
okay,
now.
fuck off. All right,
I don't even need an alarm.
okay, if you ever awake at 4:30 a.m. and you look at pre-market before the stock market opens, this is hours and hours and hours before the stock market opens. There are multiple times where I've been up because I got to get up early, and I look at it, and you have things that are down 7, 8, 9%. You're like, who in the fuck is trading stocks at that time of morning? And it's not the retail investor, it's not the me, it's not you, because I'm not allowed. My accounts don't allow me to trade after hours or pre-market or that kind of things. Those are computer digitized machines by the exact same companies that Linda was talking about, Vanguard, BlackRock, all of those guys who are they have all these algorithms set, ready to go, and they're changing money. And the fucked up part about that is like you'll open your app, a regular person wakes up maybe like 8 o'clock or 6, open it, freak out that they're about to lose all their fucking money when the market opens, and they'll make an impulsive decision to do something like sell or whatever, and 9:30 the market opens, the thing is back in the green, up 10%, right? And so when we talk about control, who's actually controlling the things? When you look at something as simple as a day-to-day stock market, 5 days a week, that happens every fucking day. I can guarantee every day you look at there's that manipulation of regular people like us before we're even allowed to engage in that kind of conversation. You know what I mean?
But I think there's something really important because I think that what these last 2 years have shown me is that money is not real.
No.
When I say not real, it's not based on,
not backed up by gold. It's just paper.
Right. Yeah, that too. It's not. It's fiat. It's paper. It's whatever
Backed up by the U.S. military. That's
there we go. Whatever they say it is, that's what it is. I mean, to somebody, I was listening to a lecture about cryptocurrency, and a gentleman who was talking about the need for it and the validness of it was making a really good argument, and he pretty much talked about the fact that nothing is worth anything unless it's a rare resource that cannot be duplicated and repeated, and right. And so I sat there and I thought to myself, like, if anything, we saw that over the last 2 years. We saw our government come to us and say, "Hey, we want you to stay home. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. You're not going to go broke. You're not going to lose your house. Don't worry. We're going to give you money to keep you at home." Prior to that, there was like a buzzword called universal income, right? It was buzzing around intellectual circles, the university circle. We need universal income. We need universal income. People are like, no, it's no way. It's too expensive. We can't do it. All of a sudden, we want you to stay home. We're going to give you universal income. And businesses, guess what? We're going to give you some money too. Don't feel like we left you out.
Oh, we were told we can get a loan.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. It wasn't. It was a loan. Here's $60,000, and you only got to pay back $40,000. So wow, we got money from the government. Wow, we can keep our thing afloat. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
I told them to go fuck themselves. I did, and called them chicken hawks.
Right, there you go. Right, but see, what we saw over the 2 years was everything that we said, everything people asked for. They were like, "No way, it's too expensive." All of a sudden, it was given to us to control our behavior. We don't want you to go outside. We don't want you to leave. We don't want you to go to work. We don't want you to be. Just stay home. We'll give you money to stay home. Everyone's like, "Money to stay home?" Okay, got Netflix. I got all the social media I need. Right, I stay in my house. We told landlords you can't kick people out. We told landlords you can't raise rent. Right? We told people who are depending on the ebb and flow of an economy, hold on and wait. And the people who we didn't want to wild out, go crazy, and start robbing and burning stuff down, we told them, don't worry, we're going to give you enough money to keep you at home and cause you not to go crazy. I work in
It's
law
like everything
enforcement.
else. They give you these little rewards, these little morsels every once in a while. Who
Right.
was it? Some sort of was it Stalin or something? I think he did something violent to a bird, and then he put out little pellets for it to eat, and it followed behind. He said, as long
Right.
as you give them a little bit of crumbs, they forget what you did to
Right.
them.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing to us.
Exactly. Because I work in law enforcement, and I can tell you, crime was not up during those 2 years.
No,
It was not
definitely.
up. It was up because we knew people were staying home. The people who would normally be feeling like I'm desperate, I need to rob somebody because I lost my job and my kids are home. It's like, no, don't worry, stay home. And
Yeah.
so, where was that money coming from that they were printing to put into the checks and send out to people? Where was that money coming from for the loans that they were giving out to these businesses?
It's coming from
Where-
it's coming from my kids and your kids and Chris's child's, and it's coming from their
it's
futures.
coming from a future that we don't know if it'll ever be paid back, right? Because you start talking about trillions, there's no Scrooge McDuck with a room with $1 trillion. It's just numbers in a computer, right?
Yeah.
And so to me, maybe I'm pessimistic, but when I watched it, I was like, oh, wait a minute. This whole money game thing is really fake. It's not real. It's like,
Well, and the worst part about it is how the media has covered it too. Like because I don't know. I don't follow a lot of Canadian media right now, but
Mhm.
I try to keep up to date. But when they talk about how much money, the Biden inflation, right? How much the inflation is in the United States with how much, because he did all those omnibus packages that they did in the US.
Mhm.
As bad as that looks, Canada is like 5 times worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Canada printed so much more money, and you guys made an interesting point when you're talking about money. You're like, what is it? I don't know. Are you guys familiar with what's going on with the Russian ruble right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. So they put in these sanctions on the Russians, and then Putin just decided, go fuck yourself. You want my oil? They're the biggest oil producers in the world. You want my oil? You got to buy rubles.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's happened? All the things that the ruble dropped like 70% in those first couple of days, it's right back to where it was. Why? Because it's backed by gold.